Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into the microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Invisible War Blind. Now I'm not really sure what to do here. I think I failed the assignment for the Minister of Culture, having broken into his vault, so let's just leave and hope the game won't crash. Well, okay, so I have a couple of objectives left here in the suites. One of them is to investigate Nassif's apartment, which I hope the vents maybe will help me traverse the building without the need of hacking the doors, which would be very much appreciated. Although this doesn't seem safe at all. Oh damn it. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? Okay, let's try that again. Unfortunately, the game did crash on me again. I wonder if I can maybe disable the current by shooting that or something. Doesn't look like it, so it seems just have to avoid it. Which is really not ideal because I'm really not good at that. Here's to hoping the game won't crash again. Ah, okay, that's a very important tooltip there, because it reminded me that Dumier is actually the leader of the Silhouette from the first game, which was a French-run resistance group fighting the MJ-12. So that's actually interesting and helpful. That, on the other hand, not quite. Yeah, the game did crash again, and at this point I'm not really sure if it's even worth it to try and navigate this with my pathetic skills, so I'm just going to back down here and try a different approach. As I think... Wait, there are people talking. Ah, okay, this is the main corridor, I think. Oh, damn it. On one hand, I wasn't expecting...
Good work. You found Dr. Nassif's place. Now see what you can learn.
I wasn't expecting bots here, but on the other, it's actually very smart to keep them posted throughout the vents, because in this way you're protected from EMP grenade.
You made it in. Now start searching her apartment. Maybe there's a data cube or something.
What's this all about?
I wanted you to see more evidence that the program is corrupt. We weren't their proteges, just their guinea pigs. That's why I joined the Order.
So you're serious? Leaving all your work at Tarsus behind so you can join this church? How do you know we can trust them? They attacked the apartments and put us in danger.
I've been talking with their high augur,
Yeah, that's true.
There was some miscommunication about the raid, but the main objectives were still accomplished. They showed us what was really going on behind the scenes and freed us. I'm grateful, and you should be too.
Grateful? Miscommunication? They were shooting at us.
We're not exactly sure what went wrong, but there are some radical cells within the Order that want to take more extreme measures. They certainly don't represent the Order as a whole.
We've been with the program since we were 13 years old. Why are you so quick to abandon that? What can the Order offer you?
They really want us to find true balance and order in our lives, which can only be possible when we're not being subjected to secret experiments.
Tarsus gave us a lot. Maybe we owe them a chance to explain.
Don't be naive. Search Nassif's apartment, then go to the Order headquarters in the old Hartford Turbine warehouse in Lower Seattle. It will all become clear to you.
I'll have to find out exactly what's going on here.
I'm not sure if this is the exit from the apartment, because if so, then I would land straight in the face of the guards, which is not ideal. Energy cells. I'm kind of tempted to steal all that, but... Oh damn it, I'm definitely tempted to steal that. That's a biomod canister. Okay, let's read the data cube first, though. What even is this? Is it like a paper holder or something? Not really sure what that tells
That
me.
sounds like it's from Mark Finley, Seattle's Minister of Culture. Now, why would he be talking to Nassif about hiding a shipment? Is Tarsus involved in some sort of smuggling operation?
Ah, it actually is. Like, I've literally found about that, but I wasn't aware that Marcus Finley was the Minister of Culture. But that still doesn't really tell me much. Damn it, I'm really tempted by taking this biomod canister. Eh, you know what? I would say after all that, the Tarsus people probably owe me at least a couple of their equipment after experimenting on me. So I know that's a pretty bold and foolish rationalization for theft, but a man's gotta live, right? Especially in a game like that when the body modification is... Why can't I climb up there? It's basically the only thing with which I can upgrade my character, so... Because there are no skills, which is really annoying to me. I would like to close that. I'm pretty annoyed by that situation altogether, because I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay, let's screw it. After all, I already robbed her, so leaving some stuff behind isn't really a crime of the highest magnitude. I guess I can't count that as theft because it very much seems to be just lost.
Huh?
Is that the...
Looks like it's gone, whatever it was.
Is that the lawyer character who's supposed to assassinate? Now I wonder if... Maybe I'll just knock on his door or try to contact him through the intercom, because I very much don't intend to outright kill him. Like, even if he is like full of bullshit, I still think he deserves to have a chance to defend himself. You know, against slander and against attackers. So I would like just to talk with him.
No one better try anything on my watch.
Is that...
This is Layla Nassif. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm out
okay.
of the country right now. I'll be in touch next time I'm in town. Bye.
Out of the country? It's weird. I literally talked with her like an hour ago at the Tarsus Academy, so...
I'm not expecting any visitors. Get lost before I call SSC or I take care of you myself.
Is that the lawyer, or...?
State your name and business.
I guess this is the bodyguard. I'm not really sure what to say here, because that's a lie. I would like to just, you know, spill the beans. Say, somebody hired me to kill you. Do what you will with it.
Wrong suite, sorry.
No problem.
Okay, I'm going to save. First, I'm going to check the staircase here, because I'm not sure where it leads. Oops, damn it. Apparently I'm not supposed to be here. I wonder if it will turn the guards hostile, though. And I'm also...
No solicitors. Violators will be prosecuted and or shot.
So who's that? That's this apartment. So that's not the lawyer's apartment, but some other apartment entirely. Well, let's
State your name and business.
say I'm here to check the pipes and try to talk with the
Building
guy.
manager, need to check the pipes.
Mr. O'Rourke is sleeping. Try again tomorrow.
Okay, that didn't really work. So,
State your name and business.
well, like, this is very contrived bullshit, but this is just digging myself more into it, especially because the guard seems to be somehow involved with the guy at the club who wants to kill the lawyer, and I very much don't want to do that, at least not at the moment, so I'm kind of lost here. And also, Kurczec might possibly be another Polish surname, although it's rather inconvenient, but not what I wanted. Uncommon, that's the word I wanted to use. But especially the ch diphthong is a very common Polish thing. I don't really... I think it might exist in other Slavic languages as well, but it very much screams Polish to me. In you know, like English, it's very uncommon to have those letters close together, and in Polish it's a very common thing.
I'm
Okay,
handling
let's
the
say that.
SMG shipment for David Kurzek.
Mr. O'Rourke is expecting you. Come right in. I will unlock the door.
Okay.
You're late. Mr. O'Rourke will want an explanation. Tell it to Mr. O'Rourke.
Where are
Okay,
my
that's the lawyer.
SMGs?
Your SMGs? Well,
Mr. Kurzek's delays are costing me money.
I believe he understands.
I'll bet that the shipment hasn't even left Germany.
Well,
Meanwhile, I owe Upper Seattle SSC 100 units.
SSC buys guns on the black market?
Of course they... Wait a minute, you don't work for Mr. Kurzek?
You're really sharp. Yeah, I think I'm just going to warn him. Like, it's all pretty shady business from the sounds of it, but as I said, even if it is, then I don't really believe it's the right way to just straight up murder somebody. I think he should have a chance to A, explain himself, and B, defend himself, so I'm just going to spill the beans.
You're pretty sharp. I should warn you that the manager of Club Vox hired me to kill you.
You going to do it?
I'm thinking it over.
Tell you what, I'll give you Mr. Levine's usual hitman bounty, plus 50% to go back to that facade of a nightclub and murder the VIP he's so keen on protecting.
Are you sure? I haven't done so well at killing you.
I'll take my chances. Upstairs at the club is an Omar trader. He, they, it, whatever you want to call the Omar cyborgs. They're trying to cut into my business here in the Enclave. Levine provides sanctuary for them and gets a percentage in return.
That's a generous proposal. I'll think about it.
It won't be easy to get into the VIP lounge. The elevator is key-coded. You'll have to be resourceful. The Omar spread like bacteria. Now they're infecting the WTO enclaves.
Omar? I don't remember that name either, but from the sounds of it, they are some kind of a cyber organization? To be honest, I'm not that keen on murdering them either. Like, I don't have much of a reason to, apart from potential reward, which is really a poor excuse for murder, if you ask me. So I don't think I'm going to do it at this point. I'm going to think about it. But what I'm curious is, what's in that other apartment? Ah, so apparently he has some kind of a hidden room as well. That's kind of rude of me to just... Okay, that leads to the roof, I guess. Which should mean that that the vent I saw... excuse me.
Greetings.
That the vent I saw actually led to that other apartment, which is very convenient for me. Why can't I close the doors? It's kind of annoying to me. Because I'm very much interested to learn what's in there.
Hey.
But first of all, I should probably install the biomod. And this is passive, so I think it might be useful for me because I'm mostly going for a non-lethal approach, and sneaking on somebody with a baton is probably going to be beneficial. Not to mention, with it being passive, it's more of a less of a micromanagement issue. This seems very useful, but breaking down corpses for healing seems like something that would very much kill somebody, so this goes against my rule. So I'm going to install the Move Silent body mod. Okay, let's save. Although, I'm kind of worried that if I just drop into the guy's apartment, he's going to be spooked and attack me outright, which would be very understandable, to be honest.
I think something's going on here.
Yeah, that was very rude of me. Yeah, that's definitely something that's wrong with... I'm sorry, man. I was just curious. Well, I'm here, so I could at the very least. explore. So it seems the Inclinator is some kind of a buffer area between Lower Seattle and Upper Seattle. And judging from the overall sound of this article, isn't really the nicest place. Actually, don't I have a silencer? Ah, okay, I could upgrade the pistol, but I don't really need to. I'm not using it for much at the moment. Data cube. Ah. But wait. Private collection? I don't think I found it, because it seems from this that the guy I just knocked out is a burglar planning a heist, but I didn't find any private collection once I was at the Minister of Culture's apartment, so let's take a look at that. No, wait, I definitely was there, but the only thing I found was the data cube. I'm not really keen on going back there, but maybe I should. Damn it, I feel kind of bad stealing, but on the other hand, I very much feel that if I don't ever do that, then it might be very much difficult to even complete the game. And this guy is a thief himself, so although I guess, again, it's kind of a weak rationalization, because just because somebody broke the law doesn't give you the right to do it, so, you know. But I'm very tempted to, you know, grab the multi-tool, some money. You know what, I'm going to leave it for now. I already knocked him unconscious and broke into his house, and I did it before I knew he was a burglar, so I can't even use that as an excuse. So overall, I'm kind of a dick. Damn it. Still not sure how does mantling work, because it did work last time, but only in a very specific in a very specific position. So excuse me. Okay, that's Nassif's apartment. I'm still kind of tempted by this location. Especially because there were some credits lying around here, and you can't really consider it stealing if it's just laying in an abandoned vent somewhere. It's more of a founder's fee, if anything. And I could use that very much. Okay, that definitely didn't work. You know what? I probably should heal, and that'll give me more time. Although I'm still not sure if this is entirely worth it, but if I'm not going to steal from people, I need to scrounge every piece of supply I find, because it's going to be tough. Okay, I picked up something called... okay, I picked up cigarettes. Don't really need them, although maybe I can sell them somewhere, so... Excuse me. Not really sure if it's worth it, especially with me having just 2 multi-tools. But then again, I'm also not sure if I can even survive going back up there, so... Oh. Well, I guess that worked out fine.
What do you need?
It's strange that there isn't an option to just leave the conversation. I wanted to check if maybe I can ask him something new, or, you know, or maybe even sell him some information. But apparently I can't.
You must know all the ins and outs of this building.
Heck yeah, I've got the keys and
You watched the...
No, that's going too far.
No thanks.
Suit yourself.
Okay, I got 100 credits out of that, which isn't bad. Let's hope the game won't crash this time. And of course, the game is crashed again. I think I'll go to the lower Seattle to talk with the church operatives. I mean, the order.
Seek a higher path. Seek order. Join us for worship at the Hartford Turbine Factory.
Because I definitely want to, at the very least, give them an option to explain themselves.
Just checking up on my investment.
Where was... Ah, okay. Inclinator.
Well, look who's back. Ah, jeez, he's doing it again. This ain't too professional, Red.
Okay, I'm not going to give them money, but on the other hand, I'm not sure I'm prepared to straight on fight them, because I'm more than a little hurt from the electricity at the... But I don't have much of a choice. I mean, I can pay them, but I'm not going to. They are very rude, and it's pretty much straight up extortion. They're not even begging. They are pretty much extorting me, so that's, you know, very unseemly of them.
You picked the wrong person to mug, punk.
Punk? Hear that? He called Red a punk.
Maybe your grandpappy was a punk, but I bet you never fought a low-down, low-town scab like me.
What's the matter? Never learned to talk street?
I don't take it back, if that's what you mean.
Well, it's take it back or take back, Phoebe. Red ain't fooling. He's more scabland than a greasel pit fighter.
Would y'all just shut up and script some backup? I'm going in. So, that's how it's scab action. I'm hurting pretty bad.
Yeah, that went very poorly. Oh, at the very least I do have an autosave from the other side of the loading screen, if it's going to work. Yeah, so of course the game crashed again. I assume this is going to get old pretty quickly, but what can you do now? I think I should definitely heal before trying to confront those guys. And even with full health, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be enough, but it's definitely going to make my chances. I'm also considering bringing up the non-lethal drone, so maybe let's... which one? Maybe do that, and now save, and
Well, look who's back.
Ah, jeez, he's doing it again. This ain't too professional, Red.
well,
You picked the wrong person to mug, punk.
let's
Punk? Hear that? He
Let's
called Red
dance.
a punk.
Maybe your grandpappy was a punk, but I bet you never fought a low-down, low-town scab like me.
What's the matter? Never learned to talk street?
I don't take it back, if that's what you mean.
Well, it's take it back or take back, Phoebe. Red ain't fooling. He's more scabland than a greasel pit fighter.
Would y'all just shut up and script some backup? I'm going in. So, that's how it's...
Get in there! Come on! Getting ugly!
Whoa. Okay, that was close, but I can dismiss the drone. It definitely helped.
New file opened. Your actions will be recorded.
Well, they attacked first. Okay, let's... definitely need to heal again, but first let's save, just in case the game crashes. And now, even though it really doesn't work like that in real life, I think in game it's pretty reasonable to assume that once you try to kill me with sharp ammunition, you pretty much forfeit your right to your own equipment, so I'm just going to rob them. Like, I feel pretty justified in that. As I said, maybe I wouldn't in real life, like, it's very much not that easy. Even if you're attacked, it doesn't give you the right to everything the person that attacked you owns, but in-game, I think that's reasonable. So... is that something I would want? Not quite sure yet, but... Okay, what's that? Glass destabilizer. Now what? I'm not quite sure what that is, but... Apparently I can't weapon mod the baton. Well, let's drop the cigarettes, because I want to check what the bowcaster is. Oh, that's actually great. It's similar to the crossbow from the first game. magnetically launches a bolt to deliver a non-lethal neurotoxin. So, yeah, that's great. I'm very much keeping that, and I'm almost glad that they attacked me. Let's see what mods I can apply to that. Oh, brakes glance silently. Okay, great, I can... Why not? I'll install both of those, actually. Just because I can, and the boltcaster is probably going to be my main ranged weapon, unless there is something stronger that is also non-lethal. Wait, did I... My UI for the recording device has disappeared, and I'm not quite sure if I'm recording at the moment, and if not, then I'm going to be quite pissed, because obviously I think I've saved over this encounter already, so... okay, apparently F6 is just the button that disables the HUD for my recording software, but it's still running, so that's good. Yeah, and I think I'll finally go down to the Inclinator. Here's to hoping it's not going to crash. And for a second I was worried there. Oh wow, that's definitely not a welcoming place. It's not even Lower Seattle proper, and you can still already feel how much more grimy and disheveled this place is. I consider this multi-tool to be a public property. Well, not public property, but you know what I mean. A lost thing, so I just appropriated that, and I don't feel particularly dirty with it. Anything?
A bonus? You expect me to walk into a chemical spill for a few extra credits?
What about you?
Are you kidding? Without a hazmat suit?
Every minute the Inclinator is offline, we're all losing money. Think about that.
You weren't on the platform when that stuff spilled. I don't even want to guess what it does to a person long term.
Well, that sounds like a potential mission for me.
I hope Mathers is okay. We need his help to activate the repair bot. But if he comes through that cloud, it might kill him. If that nanoformer was up, we'd be fine.
Let's talk.
I'm sorry, the Inclinator is closed until we get this toxic spill cleaned up.
Don't you have any hazmat workers or bots to take care of it?
One nanoformer bot, but it's been so long since we've had an emergency that it's fallen apart. I can't believe someone tried to slip toxic waste past us.
Can it be fixed?
The only guy with the code for the repair bot's closet is trapped on another platform. We've also got a hazard flush system, and we've got the code for that one, 4781. But the remote access is damaged. I'm trying to get one of these fools to go up to the balcony overlooking the bay to hit the master control, but they're afraid of crossing through the spill.
We're not letting ourselves get threatened into risking our lives. You can't fire us for having some common sense.
I never said I'd fire you. I just said that we're losing money over this, and I may have to let someone go afterwards.
Right.
Anyway, I'm hoping to find someone with more guts than these guys to do some quick contract work for a decent number of credits. If you manage to take care of it, report back to me so I can pay you. Until then, no one's going to be able to get down to Lower Seattle.
Oh, so it's... I would very much do it anyway, but it seems it's a required thing.
I can't risk putting the Inclinator back online until we're sure the area is decontaminated.
But before I do, I very much need to heal. Because it's... I assume it's going to be very dangerous and hazardous to my health, so...
I can hack it.
Unfortunately, I don't have the
shut down and this area is closed off due to a
I
toxic
don't have the mod
talked to the
for
facility
resisting
director and got the
toxins
details on the mess.
because I chose
I want to
a
take a look at
different
the
one.
extent of the damage. I might take the cleanup contract.
I don't care if the director hired you. She doesn't have the authority to send anyone into this mess. The WTO is handling the situation now. We've got bots patrolling, which I can't reprogram at this stage. There's no way we can guarantee anyone's safety under these conditions.
So I'm barred from entry?
I won't stop you, but I can't ensure you'll be safe from the toxic materials or the bots. If I was you, I wouldn't come within 50 yards of those bots unless I was armed to the teeth with EMP weapons. I tried to take out a bot with a shotgun one time. Fat chance. Between the radiation and the bots, the risk isn't worth it.
Seems I could maybe use that if I had the... Oh wait, it did work anyway. But I guess the enhanced strength augmentation is probably what you use for this kind of thing. You know, picking up heavy object, it was similar in the first game as well, but I don't have it either. Yeah, I don't have many of those grenades, so I'm not quite sure if wasting them all on this encounter is going to be wise, but on the other hand, it's not like I have much choice in dealing with those bots. I'm going to try the other route as well. Maybe it's... Oh, actually it's not easy at all. Pretty much. Did that even work? Oh, yes it did, but I've wasted most of my... most of my equipment here, which is unfortunate to say the least.
Target alert! Grenade! Alert! Grenade!
Yeah, I think I might be screwed here. Unless I can take it out with the pistol, but the guard said... Yeah, it's very much not an effective weapon against this kind of an enemy. Cigarettes, credits. Damn it. Okay, it did kind of work, but I've wasted a lot of resources and health. Okay, so this must be the contaminated area, but before I go there I would like to explore the rest of the place. Flyer for hire, blah blah blah, some photos. No rocks? Not quite sure what that is meaning, but Mako ballistics. Whoa, that's that's pretty rough. Apparently they are hiring test subjects for a shooting range, so I don't know. Is that supposed to mean that you're going to get shot for money? That is very extreme, but on the other hand, it kind of fits with this unrestricted capitalism of cyberpunk settings, you know, that you can do pretty much anything because it's a free market, and if somebody wants to get shot for money, then why not? Nobody should stop him. And apparently Peakwood sucks, which I haven't had the option to check yet, but I am one of those people who very much enjoys those very small, insignificant things in game, like, you know, posters or graffiti. Like this is very cool as a part of world building, and it's something that most people probably wouldn't even notice or pay attention to. You know, it's an ad, but it tells you something about the world. You know, that they are looking for test subjects for a firing range. It's not inconsequential. It's not essential either, but it's something that, at least for me, makes me appreciate the game more, actually. So I'm very much fan of those kind of things. Now, so is this the same vent that I was at earlier, or? Oh, okay, that's actually very useful because it lets me traverse the radiation/toxicity filled room without actually going down there. I'm going to appropriate that. There's supposed to be a mechanic on the other side. So let's try to reach him. This actually doesn't help me at all because okay, that's a repair bot. That's actually very cool because it lets me heal fully. And then I can... Yeah, that's great. I wonder if it has like a recharge. Yeah, and apparently it doesn't even have a recharge period as it did in the first game. And also, it looks very similar to the bot in the first game. Just as a side note. Yeah, so I think I need to run through. Oh, let's do it. It wasn't that bad. A flare. Security. Okay, hacking that might actually be... I needed to activate that, right? Hazardous flash.
Good work. The area will be safe for travel shortly. Now that the area is safe for travel, you may want to report the news to the Inclinator director.
Do I want to steal that? It seems to be ammo? Kind of torn. Because I don't have that many multi-tools at the moment, so you should probably be at least a little conservative with it.
Repairing damage. Repairs complete. Greetings.
Yeah, but there was also supposed to be like a mechanic here, which...
Risk reassessment minimal.
guess that's him.
It's safe to leave this platform now. The spill's been cleaned up.
Thanks. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with it. I hope the director's paying you a fair wage, but in case she isn't, you might want to check out the repair bot storage closet if you haven't already. The code is 13490. Grab whatever you need. You earned it.
I guess... Well, on one hand it's still stealing, but on the other... He clearly encouraged me to do it. I would have, at the very least, check what's there. Oh, unless... I guess this is just a place. What's that? It doesn't tell me. Just some ammo. Okay, I don't particularly care for that. So I guess thanks for nothing. But on the other hand, I didn't have to steal anything, so I don't at least feel bad. So how do I get up? Oh, damn it. I don't think that was the proper way out. And of course, the game did crash when I tried to reload. But I still don't know how to exit this place.
Glad someone finally took care of it.
I want to turn in the quest, as it were, before finishing this episode.
I've taken care of the problem. The area is no longer hazardous.
Fantastic. Here's a few credits for your trouble. Thanks again for taking care of that mess.
Yeah, but how would I proceed now? And this goes back up.
Thanks for taking the job. I don't know what the director was going to do next. Thanks for braving that mess.
I guess... Where does that lead? I want to find my bearing before... Director was here already. It's just a light switch. And where is the soldier? There's some other vent here, which is interesting, but... Again, it just leads up here, so... But where to go now? That is the question I have. If you couldn't tell already by this playthrough or some others on my channel, I'm in general really bad at directions, and it's unfortunately something that I also exhibit in real life.
I hope this means the director starts taking those cargo checks a bit more seriously.
So is this whole thing like a shipping platform / elevator? I guess that would totally make sense, because after all, it's supposed to be a place that's linking the upper Seattle and the lower Seattle. Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to save and end the episode here. So see you in the next one. Bye.